Yeah, I got you.
Deaf. Bye.
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 Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Death by Daylight. We are on episode 12. We're talking about all sorts of crazy shit today. Gore Fest 2020. Thought your year couldn't get any worse.
2020.
I didn't know Al Gore was running this year.
I'm super serial, guys.
If you thought your year couldn't get any worse, welcome to Gore Fest. We are going to be talking about all sorts of gory shit. I'm not going to tell you exactly what quite yet, so we can tease you a little bit. But my name is Josh, and I'm here. How's it going, everybody else? We've got Ernie.
Hello.
We've got Darrin.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Oh shit, Darren's in tonight? I'm just kidding.
We've got...
That's what she said.
We've actually, she probably didn't say that. Juan, what do you got?
Hello there. I am right
Hey,
here, and I got
Darren's packing?
Darren's what?
Yeah, that was the joke. Yes.
Yeah. No, I've heard directly from the source when she was wine drunk, so it's not like a black thing. It's just like I know for sure.
I saw Darren naked on his Anyone Up. Remember that shit?
That only man. Times are tough.
And we've got Jesus, who you just heard.
What's going on, guys?
As always, we're going to start off with what everybody's drinking. Ernie, I might know what you're drinking, but why don't you tell the good people anyway?
Bro, I got a lot of shit that I'm drinking right now. I have, like, a little bit of this White Claw left. I poured a fucking Coors.
Right.
I have a fucking Amaretto Sour and, like, snack decks to shoot. I don't know what the fuck's going on today.
That's a lot of good stuff. Of course, I forgot to mute my fucking
Every
thing.
fucking week, Josh.
Yeah, no, I believe it's like a little tradition now. You know, I think the people enjoy it. Darren, so let's start off with saying that we are doing the Gore, or it is Gore this week. So maybe you have your drink ready, which we'll get to afterwards. If not, you can start thinking now. But what are you drinking in the meantime?
Right now, I'm drinking a rice lager from Aurelia's Brewing here in El Paso, Texas.
Jesus Christ! What is a rice lager?
Well, I can only imagine that it's a lager that I guess in the mash. Hold on. No, in the mash, like you know how like beer's made with like wheat. Yeah. This is made of rice.
I'm sorry that I asked. I was thinking sake, so that's why I asked. Maybe it was some kind of sake tasting. What are you drinking?
We're talking about Darren's huge penis, and you want to talk about his sake, huh? You want to do some sake, huh?
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was getting to. Juan, what are you drinking?
Water.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm having
Christ.
water.
Jesus, what are you drinking?
The blood of Christ.
Excellent. That sounds delicious. Except that it's not. Every time that I went to church and had wine, it was fucking disgusting. So,
Booty of Christ, booty of Christ.
It was, Sacramento wine is not, it's not good. Wine, incidentally, wine from Sacramento, pretty good. So we're going to be talking about Gore today. We're gonna have a little green Inferno for you. We're gonna have Cannibal Holocaust. We're gonna have Jesus. I can't even remember the name. What was the movie you're talking about?
I'm gonna talk about the Belko experiment.
The Belko experiment. We might have a little Ichi the Killer, all depending on how this goes. We're very excited to be talking to you about Gore. It's not my favorite thing, but obviously it's part of the horror genre that we need to respect and be a part of. So we're excited to talk to you about that. Darrin, do you have a drink ready? If not, I'll keep talking.
I do, Josh. I do have a drink.
Excellent. We will go over to Darrin with the Bartender Minute.
Well, the drink I have today, since we're talking about gore, so, you know, there's a lot of blood and fucking gore, so I went ahead and the cocktail we're talking about today is a blood and sand. I don't know if you've ever had this one, but it's going to be 3/4 ounces scotch, blended scotch like Johnny Walker Black, 3/4 ounces sweet vermouth, 3/4 ounce cherry herring, and 3/4 ounce orange juice. Served up with a flamed orange peel, and drink should come out like dark-ass red like the movies we're watching today, bruh. Back to you, Josh. What the fuck was that noise?
It was someone being incredibly unprofessional. Yeah, thank you, Darrin. That sounds fucking delicious. A lot better than the Satan's butthole. And as always, we are very thankful for your expertise on this show. If you were listening to that fucking gem of information, go do yourself a favor tomorrow after you listen to this and try that shit out. I doubt you have all those ingredients at home, but if you do, more fucking power to you. It sounded delicious. So we're going to... Oh, and I'm drinking my famous drink, the Brass Monkey. Invented by the Beastie Boys in 1988. It's a 40 that you drink down to the label, and then you fill it up with orange juice. It's the most delicious drink on the planet. No offense, Darrin.
Actually, my greatest achievement is still like when I made the fancy one here at the house. Remember that shit?
I mean, not only do I remember, I dream about it. It was absolutely fantastic, that drink. And it looked delicious. I remain that you could sell that drink anywhere, at any bar, anywhere, and people would be like, wow, this is phenomenal.
Do they sell 40s at bars?
They don't. At least not a bar you won't get stabbed in.
Very true.
But honestly, the way that drink turned out, they should start. But I mean, it was phenomenal. So I'm drinking the Brass Monkey. I've got gin, so that when we're shooting, that I'll be ready. Jin is not going to join us tonight. Jude is not going to be here tonight. We are sad to announce that he is not going to be showing up halfway through, but will instead just not show up for the entire thing. And that's unfortunate, but we soldier on.
He got sick from putting the chamoy up his asshole.
I told him to try it on a night where he wasn't busy, but I guess he fucking just blew through that advice.
I mean, there is some good news from that, though. He said that, in fact, you can taste it, so anybody at home,
you can taste the chamoy?
Yeah, he said that it tastes even better.
With your butthole lips?
Yes, exactly.
Delicious.
He said that sweeter.
Speaking of butthole lips, Juan is going to be playing the killer tonight. He's going to be playing as the hag. Do I have that part right?
Yes, sir.
And he's going to be doing that as our opening drinking game. We like what we've been doing with Survivors, and we promise that's going to continue in one capacity or another, and not just in Survivor Series. But not tonight. Tonight we're going back to the killer game to open. Juan is going to be playing as a killer. If he gets 2 kills, you take a shot. If he gets 4 kills, you take 2 shots. You're more than welcome to drink with us on a hook, or if he helps someone off. No, he's a killer. If he gets a hook, or on his first and third kill, you're more than welcome to drink with us. But we will not be taking shots for those events. Juan's going to go ahead and jump in. Excellent timing, my friend.
We can actually close the show with a Survivor match just to, do it.
Sure. So you heard it here first, because I didn't. We'll close the show with a Survivor match. We have enough people here that should not be a problem. And we're going to go ahead and push ahead again. Gore. Let's talk about Gore's impact in everybody's lives here. Ernie, why don't you talk to us about, do you like Gore movies? Are you excited when something comes out, like a new release and it's supposed to be super gory. Does that hit you in the right spot?
Hell yeah, dude! Especially when you see all the blood and guts just like oozing out everywhere, like blood, semen, blood.
Are you fucking the blood? That's what it sounds like. You're fucking the blood.
Did you say semen?
Blood. Take it, blood.
He's fresh off Ichi the Killer.
I didn't see any semen. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh,
semen. So, Darren, what about you? Are you into gore or not really?
I mean, I'm into gore as long as like the story is badass, but sometimes it can get away with just being gory. Like, y'all remember Hobo with a Shotgun? Anybody seen that shit?
Yeah,
Hobo
like,
with a Shotgun.
It's just a B movie. It came out on IFC, and it's just gory for the sake of fun and shit. But yeah, I love gore in my movies, man. Like, just love it. It makes every movie better.
I couldn't disagree more, but that's fine. We'll keep powering forward. What about you, Juan? I know you like gore. I don't even have to ask, but why don't you tell people what as far as gore movies before you get into your match? Is it top of your list as far as horror is concerned?
It actually is, man. Just because of the fact that for me, I've always my roots come from slasher, like old school '80s campy, the usual Jason and all that. So I actually really like gore, but funny thing is that Halloween is my favorite horror movie, and there's absolutely the original. None. There's no blood.
yeah, none.
But
there's no blood. Really?
No,
not in the original.
The '70s Halloween. Nope, there's no blood.
Well, so and I come from that camp where so that's when you talk about like the witch, you're talking about like there is some gore. I mean that crow is biting on that bitch's titty and all that stuff, but like my favorite horror movies certainly don't revolve around any gore. It's just something that kind of happens. It's an accent to the horror part of the movie. And finally, we will round up this thoughtful roundtable with Jesus. How do you feel about gore? Is it something you're into or not really?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really get queasy when it does come to gore. The only instances where I can't do it is when it involves gore with genitalia. So cutting off a dick or something like that.
Hostile 2.
I can't.
Just want to let you guys know we're gonna get back to that later today.
When's the last time you saw a dick cut off?
Today.
Oh, today.
So we'll save that for later.
Yeah, I went to my son's circumcision. The doctor. No, I'm just kidding.
He botched it.
I want to talk about this now.
He botched it. I left him a bad Yelp review. This fucking doctor.
I get a feeling that this guy doesn't know what he's doing.
First off, he used his teeth.
He's got a half hoodie now.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean,
semi hoodie gang.
Yeah, I mean, so as far as I think there's great movies with gore in them. I also love slasher films. You're talking about like a movie like Midsommar, even like there's some pretty fucking gruesome parts in that movie. Loved it. I love when they add to the movie. But what we're talking about today are gore fests, like movies that are all about fucking gore and bleeding and guts and that kind of shit. I'm not the biggest fan, although I have seen most of the movies that we're going to talk about. But it's just not something that I'm super into. Ichi the Killer for me is very artfully done. There's a lot that goes into it. But as far as like what the movie that I'm actually going to talk about, which is Green Inferno, man, there's so little there. Like outside of the gore, there's zero plot line. No one gives a fuck. It's basically like a Cannibal Holocaust reboot that didn't call itself that. And
I'm chomping at the bit to talk about that, exactly what you're saying right now. But I just want to let you guys know Juan already has a fucking hook, and I'm scared because I don't want to take 2 shots.
I also don't want to take 2 shots, which is a little bit different from how we usually do things around here. But good for Juan. I'm glad that he's showing up.
2 shots.
We know you do, Jesus.
We know.
Let's do this, Juan.
Yeah, so Juan coming out the gate strong. I'm going to use this opportunity to tell you to please like, subscribe, and comment down below. We realize we've been slacking a little bit on advertising and getting people here, but we promise to pick that up as things kind of calm down. I've been on a mountain all week, so there's just a lot of stuff going on where we didn't get to do that as much. But again, we are here every Friday. We have not missed a week. As a matter of fact, we've gone to great lengths to make sure that we're here every week. So if you could help us out, that would be great. Juan, how do you feel so far?
Oh, you should be. Are you watching what I'm doing?
I am watching. I want to know if you feel like these guys are like skilled survivors, or are you getting lucky? What's going on?
I'm kind of shitting on them. So
Shitting on them.
He has a bunch of fucking green rings. That's what it is.
Darren, can you tell like now that we've done this for 12 weeks? I know you weren't here for some of it, but are you getting like a handle on what's going on? Because I still have a hard time.
Okay, so what I've taken from this is basically, I still don't know what the fuck the generators do, but what I get the killers doing is he hooks them, and I guess the other survivors can try to save them, and then or maybe I don't know if there's a time limit, they get away. I still don't know the mechanics of it, but I kind of understand what's going on a little bit.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head. So the generators, you gotta fix them to be able to get out of the gate, okay?
Hey, Darren, a killer's chasing you. You know how to fix a generator?
Oh, yeah, we went over this.
No, I don't know how to fucking... I just run away, this shit all takes place in, an arena. I'm not entirely sure what the premise of this whole thing is.
No, I had a similar thought. How do these people all end up in the same place?
I'm just here for the beers and bitches.
The map is so perfectly square.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it's very suspect. But so what I can tell so far is that Juan is he's wrecking shop. So we're probably gonna end up taking some shots, which is all good with me. Surely
he has one kill.
He already has one kill, or he only has one kill.
Both.
Both statements are true.
Yeah.
Where is the emphasis? So Ernie, how could you tell they were green level survivors?
I just know it just by the way that they're playing. They suck.
Yeah, I have that same feeling too. I have a feeling they're gonna be really crappy.
I don't think they're brown ranks necessarily. Brown ranks are shitty, obviously. So it goes brown. It goes gray, brown, green, purple, red, and red survivors are toxic as fuck, where they just fuck with you.
Right.
These guys, I don't think they really know what they're doing. They're probably newbies. I'm sure they're green ranks, because that right there where he tries to flashlight.
You say he tried to flashlight him?
Yeah.
God damn. They never see the fleshlight coming.
You're taking
that
Jude method. Huh? Let me just try to fuck this killer real quick to get away.
Fuck it.
Generators aren't working.
Yeah.
You want to fix a generator? Nah, how about we just try to fuck this monster instead?
I'm gonna lay a trap. When it's down, you fuck it. We'll call this a fucking day here.
You can bring one item into the arena map. What are you gonna bring? I'm gonna bring a flashlight. You just never know.
We gotta take a shot, boys. He got 2 kills.
Yeah, let's take a
kills.
shot. Let's not save it till the end when we all have to. And then we have to take a bunch of them together.
Cheers.
So,
Cheers, boys.
Cheers, everybody. To
To
Gore.
flashlights. Oh yeah, to Gore.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, flashlights is better. I'm down with flashlights. I mean, I'm not down with them, but you know.
I get down on a flashlight.
You do.
Pumps.
How are they? Do they feel realistic or?
I like
know.
to add some fake blood to it so I can feel like I'm fucking a virgin. You know.
Oh my
God
god.
damn.
Oh,
Jesus
man.
Holy
What?
shit!
I thought we were talking about
It's always
Gore.
It's always level 10 with you, bro.
Gore,
Well,
not
yeah,
fucking.
that's exactly my point. Is that we just
I thought we were talking about
right
Gore.
up. No, yeah, good job, Gene. Everyone wants to hear that. Good job.
That was bad.
No, I loved it. If you can fucking just keep it ramped up to 11 the whole time, that'd be great. We might lose a couple fans, but we might gain a couple too. So
I really hope the survivor finds a hatch.
at a fucking pervert meeting, everybody's like, if you listen to this podcast where this fucking guy just says really terrible shit and I jack off to it.
Oh my god.
You got like Jared from Subway touching himself to this shit. Like,
Pee Wee Herman in the fucking movie theater.
The fucking we get Jesus, like Jesus all of a sudden has fans and shit. Like they don't even want to hear us talk. They're just like, let him talk more. This sick fuck. This sick fuck is our idol.
I didn't say stop.
Like
I'm not done yet.
He has the fucking Yaya Ding Dong fans and shit.
We only want to hear Jesus.
Our fan base in Iceland is ridiculous.
He'd be lucky to have as many fans as Yaya Ding Dong.
Let's go, fucking Jane Romero. Fuck Juan.
Nah, she's fucking up, bro.
Great commentary.
He is. Look,
I was so
She's
close.
hiding in Killer Shack still? She's still in it?
She survived.
Pallet, bro.
she got out.
She's out.
No,
bro.
the hatch was in there. That's why she was doing
okay.
it. Yeah, she knew she got me.
So we don't have to take another shot.
Nope.
Ooh.
Thank God for that.
What ranking were there? What ranking were there before you change?
Let's see.
Yeah, what rank
Oh,
are there?
I had 2 purple ranks, 2 5s.
So 2 purple with the rest green?
The rest were 14 and 15.
Oh, fuck, there was some brown ranks.
All right, so some brown, some green, all colors of poop. But speaking of green, let's get right into the green Inferno. And the reason we're doing this one first is because it's like the worst of all of them. So we're going to build up, and after this we'll go into Cannibal Holocaust because there's a connection between the two movies that Ernie I want to talk about it too, but Ernie said earlier that he's waiting to talk about it. I'm perfectly good with that. So let's start off with Green Inferno. These activists are in the Amazon, and they start to get hunted by... Hunted? Is that the word? Yes. They start to get hunted by these native Amazonians, and they get caught, of course. Of course, they're going to get fucking caught.
Well, kinda. Remember, they're that activist group, and they go to try to stop them from bulldozing it, and then they fucking did good, and then the plane crashes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they do initially have some success against... So, first of all, they're trying to help these people, who are eventually going to do terrible things to them. But,
yeah, but they're dressed like the enemy when they get caught. That was the thing that fucked them over, I think, too.
Yeah, they're all yellow.
Weren't they in like blue T-shirts when they got?
No,
they were dressed like the construction workers.
Yeah, they had the hazmat.
They had
remember?
the yeah okay. So the plane goes down. Some of them die in the plane crash, right? At least a couple of them.
Yeah, a few of them.
And then the first one, and actually you find out that the people that die early are the lucky ones. Maybe something we're seeing with COVID. But people get shot with the fucking arrow. At least a couple of them early on die from the plane. Then a couple of them die when they get shot by arrows. But
and
many of them,
that nasty part, the pilot. Remember, that's like the first gory part where he just gets fucking speared in the face when the plane's going down. It's just like his face, like his whole head's just like mutilated.
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
So the pilot's gone. There's a couple other people gone. Some people, easy. It's just arrows. A lot of people captured, including the guy. For me, it's the most brutal kill in the whole movie, and we'll get there. But there's a heavier set gentleman who is captured, and everyone is put into. Actually, I don't know if he ever makes it into the cage. I think they just get right to chopping.
Yeah, when they wake up, they already have them set up.
There's a little fun fact about this movie, though. Did you guys ever watch Spy Kids?
No.
Yes.
Yep.
You remember the little boy with the curly hair?
Yeah, Junie's in there. Junie's like
in there.
the stoner kid
redhead
like
dude.
Yeah.
He almost gets his dick bitten by the fucking tarantula.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in there.
Had that happen.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just kidding.
All right.
Yeah, that's the fun fact. Junie's in there.
So our heavier set gentleman never makes it into the cage. Everyone else is put into a cage. It's made out of wood and stuff, but it's fortified. There's no way they're getting out of there, and so they have to watch their friend get absolutely massacred. They start by chopping off his arm while he's alive.
They take his eyes out. Remember?
Yeah, don't they do it with like a blunt?
Not first though, because they take his eyes first.
Yeah, the first thing is she pulls his eye out, and she's like, because remember she's like blind in one eye, and like she takes his eye out and then fucking eats it.
Ugh. And then they're chopping him up with like a blunt like rock, like it looks like, or it's fucking gnarly.
It does not come off clean, no. And they start. I mean, so the limbs are bad, the eyes are bad. The part that was the worst for me about this specific kill is when they start hawking him, like taking off his love handles. You know what I mean?
Okay.
They're like hacking bits of his side off. He's alive for all of this, and he doesn't pass out, which is kind of a testament to like him as a person. But I would rather pass out early. You know, as soon as you take my eyes.
Because like they took his eye, they took his tongue, and then they cut him in half, like from the waist, and he's still fucking alive. Like, like fuck that.
Yeah,
don't they wear him too? Like they put on pieces of his skin, or was it like another person they started wearing?
No, that was the girl that tried escaping that was trying to get to the canoe. And then, remember, she gets to the canoe, and then it kind of just, like, changes, like, to another thing. And then later on, they feed them some food that they think are pork scraps, and that one girl sees her tattoo in the bowl. And, like, then she looks around and she sees the kids putting on her tattoos on their, like, her skin on their body, like, laughing, and then she just, like, slits her fucking throat.
So none of that for me... None of that is as bad as the first death. And
not even eating your friend?
No, dude. That guy got all of his limbs hacked off, and they're cutting off like just chunks of him, and he's still alive and screaming the whole time without his eyes.
Yeah, I gotta go with that. I gotta go with that too.
I mean, seeing your friend die would suck. Like, of course, like if I saw any of you guys die, I'd be like fucking traumatized. But like unknowingly eating you. I think that would mentally fuck me up more.
Well, that's why she fucking slit her throat, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean...
But as far as Gore goes...
You'd rather eat me, you fuck?
They have all of my limbs chopped off while I'm alive? Yes, I'm sorry.
As far as Gore goes, that's...
Okay.
That's that's the most fucked up moment. But as far as like, okay, yeah, like the idea of something like that, yeah, I can agree with both of you. But for Gore, yeah, I'm going with that dude getting.
When they cooked him, did they put any spices on him, or did they just?
I know you're making like a Jesus thing, but they do have that like red powder, and I don't know what it is.
No, they use that shit to like fuck with you. What was it like? What did they do to you? I forgot. They blow in your face and it fucks with you.
Yeah, but how do you know that's not like seasoning someone? Like
that's
like that's
the original KFC 13 seasonings right there.
It's 11 herbs and spices.
Of course, they don't have like a language that we understand, but they're like, "Oh, you smell a little bland." Paprika.
And then if you ingest it soaks into all of your parts.
Yeah.
So, I have a friend that people know here, so I won't say his name. But
that's a cannibal?
It starts with J and ends with Arid, who actually passed out while we were watching this movie. I am not fucking around. We were watching it with our friend Ruben and some other people, and we were in the theater, and Jared fainted in his chair. But to his credit, he didn't like tell anybody or like I gotta go. Like he passed out, he came back. No one even noticed until he told us afterwards. But it was too much for him, and I certainly don't fucking blame him. Lots of stuff where I wasn't really looking, or I was looking at the corner of the screen because I just can't get into it. I just don't get hard like other people do when they're watching this kind of thing. Jesus. And
it wasn't a good movie.
I wasn't erect when I watched it. I mean, except for one part.
Can you tell us the part?
Huh?
The part where they're gonna cut the girl's clit off, huh? You sick fuck.
No, it was when that dude was jerking off in the cage.
Mutual masturbation.
It's like, look at me, or don't look at me, or look right at me.
That guy was a piece of shit. He's like, I need to calm down. I am too stressed. I need to release. I was
Dude,
like,
that was the guy that I really wanted to get to this part gradually. Like I wanted to end on here, but let's go ahead and talk about it.
That
This
makes
guy-
so much sense.
Our larger gentleman is already dead, so they've already seen some pretty horrific shit. They know that they're probably going to be next, and that their deaths are not going to go that well. And this man decides that he is going to play a little one-man couch hockey in the dark while in the cage with all of his friends.
It wasn't in the dark. It was like broad daylight when he did
yeah,
that shit.
exactly.
You know, when you're nervous,
Besides-
you gotta just rub one out. Dude, I get nervous when we do these podcasts. What do you think I'm doing right now?
He decides that he's going to. He decides that he's going to feed the ducks, distribute some free literature, and just go ahead and pull his goal horn. You know what I mean? He's just going
He
to
was
go ahead
playing
and
Ya Ya Ding Dong.
He was playing Ya Ya Ding Dong in front of all of his friends after watching this person die a horrific death. And it for me. It took me completely out of the movie. I was like, okay, so we're already like, there's already so much going on. Why does this need to be the next layer? Like, I don't understand. I didn't get it. Are there any other deaths that we want to talk about before we move to Cannibal Holocaust? Because
I do.
Okay,
Dude,
go
well,
ahead.
this movie
the one with
is an
the,
example of like. Right.
Oh, go ahead, Darren. Finish.
Well, I just was gonna say that this movie is an example of like what happens when Eli Roth is unsupervised by
Yeah,
fucking
exactly.
Quentin Tarantino. Like, because even like Hostel 2 was trash. Like, yeah, Eli Roth just kind of sucks as a movie maker, man.
You didn't like Hostel?
Hostel
Hostel
1 was
2.
great, but remember, Quentin Tarantino like produced that or helped him with it. Hostel 2 was
okay.
trash.
Yeah. Yeah, alright. Yeah.
I thought Hostel 2 had a much
I
cooler
really-
ending. But
All right.
So, like, the other death that I was thinking, it wasn't as gory per se, was when, you know how they escaped at one point because they got everybody high,
Yes.
and then they get captured again like idiots? And then they
Yes.
tie that one fool up, and then they put that fucking stuff on him, and then all the ants just start biting him.
Ooh, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Like, it wasn't necessarily super gory, but it was fucked. Like, I would fucking, like, I would lose my shit.
So right after hacking that gentleman up to bits, the ant death for me is worse, or is like right there, second place.
I still think it's funny that
Well,
you,
he didn't die, bro. Remember, the kid killed him because he was just, like, hanging on by a limb, like, in shock, most likely.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing is that I mean, so maybe he wasn't killed by the ants, but
Yeah.
I mean, just a horrific way to go. So
I still think
What-
one of the dumbest things is like that they got a bunch of cannibalistic motherfuckers. They got them high, so you gave them the munchies.
Oh, and they start fighting him?
Yeah, they're hungry, so they start eating the shit out of who is it?
Fucking Junie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Junie.
yeah, yeah.
So that's why I didn't like it the most, because I thought it was, like, the comedic parts like that were just, like, that was stupid.
That was stupid, but it was funny as how, like, because they got
It
the
was.
I
munchies.
enjoyed zero of the comedy in the movie, and that's for me. That's what separates this movie from Cannibal Holocaust.
Yeah, 'cause-
Is that Eli Roth? As much as I like him as an actor in Inglourious Basterds, that like 3 scenes that he's in, don't love him as a director, and I think that he failed his own movie by trying to have like comedic breaks in things that were horrific. I think if you take that comedy out of it, the jacking off or the getting him high with the munchies, any of that stuff, you rival Cannibal Holocaust. But Cannibal Holocaust
It's fun.
is just, it's so well done compared to Green Inferno.
some, like, facts about it. Like, the director is a sick fuck, of course, but he got charged for murder, and he also got animal cruelty, because, I mean, if you see the movie, like, it kind of looks like he he killed the actors and shit, you know?
Is it worse that I like, or is it bad that I think that the animal cruelty is somehow worse?
I
No,
agree.
It makes me hate him more
So,
than the
I mean,
killing.
which is the worst animal cruelty part for you? Because there's a few like animals that they legit kill on screen, you know?
So
What do you mean? What do you mean they killed on like that was for real?
How can
Yeah.
you be
Yes,
any
like-
more clear?
So like there was an animal, it was alive prior to like them. Like,
It was
having
a- it was
in
a
their
giant
hands,
turtle.
And then they,
You know how most
just a
movies are
turtle.
like, at the end, they're like, no animals were harmed in the making of this movie. Not
Nah,
that.
bro.
Opposite of that.
They
All animals were
killed these
harmed.
fucking animals. Like for it. Like there's a part where they kill like a monkey, and then they have to retake it, so they have to kill another monkey. Like
Oh,
they cut like
shit.
half of its head off, like and then like drain its blood. Like something went wrong on the first take, so they had to kill another monkey. And it
Dude,
was
the
a legit
monkey,
killing.
the turtle. I mean,
which is worse for you though?
the monkey. I don't know
What?
why. Because
I thought the
for
turtle.
Me, for me, it's just the monkey. The monkey's just a more intelligent being. It has some awareness of what's happening to it. With the turtle, it's like there's just pain there, which isn't any better. Like that's why I don't think there's a good answer. But
let me
I
ask you
guess the
something then.
monkey.
Is it because you saw Faces of Death as a kid?
I definitely saw Faces of Death as a kid.
So is that why the monkey part is just even worse? Because remember that part where they start eating the monkey brains and they put it in the middle of the table?
Yeah, I don't know. I really do think that it's I think it's the hyper intelligence of the monkey compared to most animals. The turtle. So people that don't know what we're talking about, because I doubt everyone listening has seen this movie. I honestly
watch it.
doubt. That what?
I'm like, don't watch it if you love animals, like, cause
Yeah. No, so I watched this movie because it was like a dare kind of thing. I should have walked out. Like, it really has scarred me for life. It's not something that I would ever recommend anyone watching. But for everyone at home, why don't you tell them the animal deaths and what happens specifically, but very quickly so we can move forward
Alright.
to the people dying.
So
Because
there's
it's shitty to talk about this, if I'm being real.
So there's a muskrat that they catch, like at the beginning, like very early in the beginning. It's like the first gore scene. Like they catch it because they're like going into the wilderness looking for little synopsis. Like the beginning of the movie is this guy looking for these people that went missing, that initially went into the Green Inferno to film these natives, and they've been missing, so he needs to find them. So he's trying, like, to do so. And since they're going into the jungle, they need food. This one guy finds a muskrat, and they're laughing about it. And boom, they just like slit his throat live, like in front of the camera. And boom, they keep going. And then whatever they like, the next one is one of the guys from the actual people that were initially like filming the people, like the native people. And it's their tour guide, and funny thing about it is it's kind of like y'all seen Toy Story? There's a snake in my boot. This guy gets bit by a snake that got in his boot, and they hacked the snake's head off, and it was a legit snake. And then there's a pig, little baby pig that they shoot. And these are all pretty fucked up, right? I mean, you see a fucking muskrat die, a lot of people wouldn't mind a snake getting their head cut off.
Dude, the turtle, bro.
The worst, yeah, that's what I'm getting to. The turtle, like, they catch this giant fucking turtle out of the water, and then they grab, like, just an axe, and they just fucking, boom, they cut its head off, like clean off, like, and then they start, the part that fucked me up was when they start pulling the shell apart, and all the guts just start oozing out.
So for me, already, like, the turtle's dead, though. Like, as fucked up as that is to watch, it's not like the turtle's having to live through that.
Well, no, it's like the
no.
turtle was chilling. Like the turtle was like they put it on its back and it's like
Yeah.
hanging out, and then its legs start wiggling as soon as they do the first hit on its head,
Yeah.
and then like they slash again because they didn't get all the way through, and it's still like moving and shit, and just by like it's fucked up, bro.
And then when they're cutting his limbs off, like, they're still moving because they have that response, like, the nerve response.
Right.
Oh, it's so fucked, dude. Like, and At first I was like, damn, that's fucked up. I wonder how they CGI'd that. And then I looked it up and I'm like, holy fuck, that was a real turtle that they
Dude,
killed.
see, that's what...
1980s, dude.
Dude, that's
Yeah.
because when I saw it, that's what I was thinking too. Like, I was just like, I thought this was like a fake shit or whatever. You know, that's fucked up, dude.
Well, so Cannibal Holocaust, like exactly what we're talking about, it makes it the goriest film ever made. Like
was
if you're
illegal.
talking about other movies, you're talking about special effects. Ultimately, you're talking about a film, a piece of art. Cannibal Holocaust was a real cannibal holocaust. Like, it was like something that was happening to these animals and to some people. And so going back to like the Ted Bundy thing, like there are people that worship this movie, that praise this movie, and I cannot tell you how much of a piece of shit you have to be to get like real kicks out of this movie and watching these poor animals get killed and that kind of thing. That being said, probably the most metal movie ever made.
I mean,
you know,
yes, because there's a part where that guy, remember, like they're in the beginning where they see that girl tied up, and that one indigenous dude has a fucking pointed stone, and he just starts fucking the girl with the stone, and then bludgeons her to death with it. Like, yes, that's metal as fuck, but holy shit!
Yeah. I mean, and so when you look at Green Inferno side by side with Cannibal Holocaust, a lot of the same concepts. Obviously, in Cannibal Holocaust they go into the area that's known as the Green Inferno, so there's going to be some parallels. But Green Inferno, again, special effects, modern day movie. Cannibal Holocaust, real people and animals being killed, and just absolutely gruesome. And if you like gore, I would absolutely recommend the Green Inferno. Like, you're gonna get your kicks off. You know what I mean? If you like gore, I would not recommend. No, there would be one thing that you could tell me where I would be like, dude, you should watch Cannibal Holocaust. Because if you tell me something that makes me think that you would like that movie, I'm never gonna talk to you again.
So like, there's
And if
probably
you
people
like
here-
Turtles
Go on.
Dying, if you like Turtles Dying, you should play Super Mario Brothers.
God damn. So like, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's people listening that are like, okay, whatever, it's probably not real people dying, blah, 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 okay, whatever, I don't give a fuck about turtles, but there's one scene that may fuck you up, because I'm pretty sure whoever is like saying that is just like, dude that's like, I'm a fucking macho dude. They capture one of the fucking like crewmen, and they all have him like, they're holding him like hostage, and one of the guys fucking gets a knife and like grabs his dick and cuts it fucking clean
Oh
off.
my god, we're gonna talk about cutting dicks. I told you in the beginning of this.
Yes, exactly. I showed him this part today, and you should have seen his fucking reaction.
You showed me
I thought he
like
was
3
going to
fucking
cry.
times, you asshole.
I thought he was going to cry.
I feel like after that Super Mario joke, he deserves it. So
He does, right? Because he looked like he was going to cry. Because he saw a dude's dick get cut off, and then they decapitated him and whatever, but his dick
Alright.
got cut off before he died.
so
What would you
that's
guys do if your dick got cut off?
I'd kill myself probably. So we're moving on from Cannibal Holocaust. Don't watch it. It's super metal, but very unnecessary. And again, the animal cruelty. I cannot stress
Yeah.
how much that scarred me for up to now, even. Let's move on to Jesus's movie because he hasn't gotten to talk that much. What are we looking at, Jesus?
So my movie that I'm covering this week is called The Belko Experiment. Have any of you guys seen it?
That's a hard no from me.
Nope. No, sir.
Anyone? No. So this movie, it is it's these group of Americans who are working in the. It doesn't really necessarily. It's definitely not in America. They're out of the States, and they are working in this. I guess it looks kind of like a call center or some shit like that. It's just a long building, and they basically gave up their rights to work there, and everyone goes to work one day, and next thing you know, all the fucking windows, just metal shutters go up, boom, 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 and on the announcements, they're saying that, welcome to, in 2 hours, everyone needs to kill 30 people. There's a total of 70 employees there, and you need to kill 30 people. If 30 people do not die within this next 2 hours, we are going to kill 60 of you guys. So the movie's basically, it goes against, there's going to be that alpha male lead who's like, fuck, we need to kill people because this is what's good for the pack. This is what's good for the group. These people are not fucking around. And then you also have the hero who's like, no, that's not right. We shouldn't be killing people. Let's think outside the box here. And it's first 5 minutes it goes into it, fucking people's heads are blowing off. People start killing each other once they know that they're not fucking around, and so the group starts going against each other as far as who's right, who's wrong, and it really puts you in that survival instincts, that fight or flight. If some shit like this happened, I mean, what would you guys do? Would you guys start killing each other? Would you start looking outside the box?
I mean, if 30 people have to die and I have 6 friends, then I start killing people that aren't my friends for sure.
So yeah,
of course, I say that sitting from the comfort of my room, you know what I mean, like not having to kill anybody, but I like to think that I would just start hacking, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's what that one of the I guess he's like the CEO of the whole place, and he goes like, you know what? He starts trying to all right, who's over 60? All right, fuck it, let's kill them. Who has kids under 18? Okay, you guys could survive. All right, we're just gonna start. He's thinking all right, hopefully there's at least 30. There isn't. There's 6. So they're like, fuck. All right, let's start killing people by random, and it's just a bloodbath of everyone just trying to kill each other inside this entire building, and it's going against that good guy, alpha lead, evil person, I guess you could say, who's like, fuck, we just need to kill these people and get it done with. It is what it is. Against that other guy, like I said, he's like, no, this is wrong. You only have to kill. We don't need to kill each other. And to find out, they're all planted. They have these little bombs that are implanted in their head when they first started working there. What fucking sucks is there's this one girl. It's her first day there, and the entire movie she's ducking, she's hiding. She makes it probably to the last 10 minutes of the movie, gets fucking boom, shot right in the head because she gets out of the elevator in front of the wrong person. It's definitely I think it's a really cool movie to watch. It's like I said, you really get put in that mode as far as what would I do if I was put in this situation. I mean, what do you, I know you guys said haven't seen it, but what do you guys think so far?
I love the plot. It reminds me of a little bit of Suicide Club. Where it's you're thrown into the situation and you don't know what you're doing and that kind of thing. I really think that we can turn this into a talking point for everybody. What's your first move? So the Death by Daylight crew, let's add Jude in there, even though he's not here tonight. The Death by Daylight crew is in this exact same situation. Ernie, who is the person that is, and only answer this question, who is the person that's going to die quickest?
Juan,
yeah.
I want to know why. What the fuck?
I'm gonna go with Juan too.
Yeah, I feel like for me it's just the shoelace thing all over again.
I just feel like Juan's gonna overthink things, and he's just gonna be like, all right, he's gonna just be trying to put too much together, and then Josh is gonna get annoyed and just fucking.
But wouldn't that put me in high alert, if anything?
No, you're going to be on high alert. You're going to be like, all right, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? And then Josh is going to be like, I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to fucking kill you. Bam.
What about Darrin? What do you think?
Well, I have another question for Darrin, because he agreed. You agreed that Juan's going to die first, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So Darrin, who kills the most people?
Who kills the most people?
Yeah, out of the Death by Daylight crew in this exact situation, who kills the most people?
That's an interesting question, but are we doing weapons, no weapons, or we're just going out?
I think you can say there definitely are weapons or whatever, but also I think it comes down more to who do you think has the capability? Let's say there are some weapons, maybe there aren't, but who?
You gotta make your own weapon if that. If you could make it a weapon, it's all fair game.
So who has it in them to kill the most people, basically?
I'm gonna say it's in between you or me, but
Yes,
I'm gonna
I
leave
love
it
that answer. I love that answer. Yes.
It's definitely me, Hell Satan. Hashtag.
Yeah. So I think Darrin, the most physically capable of killing people for sure. Like,
Agreed.
But see, then I know you're thinking like that, and so I know that, like, let's say you or me, because you come right after me, like when I'm not paying attention.
Whoa.
I think that I really do try to keep my friends alive as long as possible. So, first of all, this is the second time in 2 answers I've been accused of killing a teammate, which I don't love. First, I'm killing Juan because he gets a little frazzled, and now I'm killing you because I think you're going to kill me. I think honestly, I keep you alive. First of all, I keep everybody alive because I want my friends alive, but I think I understand your strength versus other people. Like I would want you around because I'm like, dude, this guy's gonna help me fucking build a body count. I think Ernie's also a great answer. I again, just having known him for a long time, I think he's not, he's not just gonna start, on a rampage, but put in that situation, I don't think he hesitates to pull a couple triggers and get rid of some people. So
You don't?
no. Especially
Well,
like
you're
people.
first, so whatever. I was kidding.
No.
kidding, I love you.
It was Juan that got voted first.
No, and you know what? That's great that you brought that up, Josh, without you even seeing the movie, because that's what actually happens in the movie as well. So after they don't make it to killing 30 people in those 2 hours, so they just start exploding people's heads, and there's 10 people who's left, and then they come on the announcer and they say, there's 10 of you guys left. Whoever has the most kills in the next hour is leaving. So it's just up to those people, and then they start telling, okay, so-and-so has so many kills, so-and-so, like, you either have the most kills or you're the last person standing. And of course it's between those 2 people, that alpha male and that guy who's trying to do things that are right, and he ends up, the alpha male dies, he ends up getting his head beaten in by a fucking, what's that thing that holds the tape? Like, it was a little disappointing. Like
the tape holder.
Tape holder.
Yeah, a tape holder. They're fighting, and next thing you know, he grabs a giant ass tape holder and starts bashing his head into it. So I was like, really, a tape holder? Because there's a guy who gets axed to death in the movie, and final scene, dude's getting fucking beaten to death by a tape holder. So
Oryx to nobody says, laugh my ass off, feelings were hurt. Yeah, you could definitely hear it in Juan's voice.
I mean, what about the guy who kills that one dude with the shoelace?
No,
that guy dies immediately.
No, that guy killed himself with a shoelace. Like, hanging himself.
He's like, guys, I don't want to deal with this.
Fuck.
I think Caesar is late to the convo. What's the gory movie? Go ahead and tell him, Jesus.
We're talking about the Belko experiment.
The Belko experiment. We've already talked about Green Inferno. We've talked about Cannibal Holocaust. We are on the Belko experiment. Everyone is being forced to answer an uncomfortable question, which Juan is next. Juan, here's your uncomfortable question about the group. God damn it, I had it. Oh, who comes up with the most creative weapon?
Oh shit.
Don't you fucking say you either,
Josh.
I'm going with Darrin.
Darrin, yeah.
Yeah. He makes fucking drinks. He gets creative with that shit, so
he's like 1 ounce blood, 2 ounce guts, 3 ounces
exactly.
all fucking power,
He's
baby.
basically a fucking chemist. He's a fucking Walter White over here.
What the hell? That's a whole nother level. I appreciate that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't disagree. That's a good answer.
There's a few people who get I can never pronounce that word. That cocktail Molotov cocktail. Yeah, some people get burnt. Fucking, they start making those, and like I said, it's definitely not as gory as Cannibal Holocaust and all that, but it's a pretty gory movie. So I definitely recommend that shit, guys.
I saw a meme where they call it a mazel tov. Cocktail.
Mazel tov cocktail.
You just see a rabbi chucking.
That's just the drink you have at the brisk.
Oh my god.
So leading us to our final uncomfortable question, Jesus. So we have the group collapses because there's only one person getting out. Who makes it out alive? What's your final answer?
I feel like the one's getting out alive is Josh.
Oh.
I feel like Josh is a survivor. He will do what he needs to do to make it out alive.
Well, just because he listens to Destiny Child.
Exactly.
Ernie's like, I'm just gonna go fuck myself.
Exactly.
Look, Juan, you don't have a saying in this. You're dead already, okay?
I know, I'm fucked.
I know I'm dead second, okay? I would be like, part of me is like, I'm ready to kill, and the second part is like, oh, I feel really bad. And before I could even do anything, fucking Josh is killing me. Because he doesn't give a fuck.
Or you're trying to calm my ass down.
Yeah.
You're trying to calm me down.
I sincerely appreciate the answer. And I don't disagree. But so my uncomfortable question is going to be ranking who gets out in order. So first, I am going to say it's Juan, but coming in a close second is not Jesus. It's Jude.
I forgot about Jude.
I've seen Jude handle high pressure situations. You know what? I'm even going to put him in front of Juan. I think that Juan cracks after Jude does. I think Jude immediately starts to panic, and he's like, "Guys, what the fuck do we do? I can't fucking figure it out." And then boom, they're going at him, if not us. Then Juan goes, Jesus goes third, Ernie goes fourth. It comes down to me and Darrin, and I'm just gonna go straight up. Like, there's creativity on one side, but I feel like there's brute force on the other, and I feel like each side of it has the other thing as well. Like, I feel like Darrin has creativity. I feel like I have some elements of brute force, but I really don't feel like me and Darrin coming down to a one-on-one fight ends well for me. So I think I go out second, and then Darrin survives. But I certainly appreciate the answer.
I'll take the bronze.
I'll bring the bees. I'll bring the bees.
So in this situation, did Jude jerk it? Did he get to fuck any of us? Because I know that's his first move.
No, we kill him before he gets to fuck anything.
Also, I gotta say, that's not very horror movie of you, Josh. The black guy makes it out alive? Like, I don't know.
so at the end of the movie, when Darrin makes it out, he gets taken to a hangar where the people are watching, and they have the whole place videotaped. And he's like, why the fuck did you guys do this? What's going on? And he's like, honestly, it's just a human experiment. We want to see how people are reacting. This is your government. Like, we just want to see what you guys would do in this situation. Answer our questions. Tell me how you feel right now. Are you scared? Are you happy? Are you sad? Like, and I mean, to think about it, like, I don't know. I wouldn't put it past our government if they would do some shit like that to us.
Not the current administration, certainly. Like, round up a bunch of Mexicans and a black guy and put them in a fucking Thunderdome. Let's go.
They would not, for the record, they would not say black guy.
Yes, but I certainly will, because I'd like to keep my job and this podcast. So,
They would not be very PC, and we'll leave it at that, okay?
Well, they wouldn't say Mexican either. They'd call us Fix or Whipbacks or something.
Hey.
But,
PC, bro.
but I am one, so I can say it.
Okay, Darren's not gonna say that though.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that shit.
He's not gonna growl at us, okay?
Well, he's not the one that's saying it. It's Donald Trump.
Well, then why did you say it?
Spick?
No. So moving on.
You know what, Josh? I want to speak to your manager right now.
Oh my god!
Moving on.
Velcro experiment was what it's called, right?
Yeah, the Velcro experiment.
And you know, it's sad because they leave you thinking there's going to be a part 2, and there hasn't been a part 2. It came out maybe at least 5 years ago or so. It shows you where they were doing these experiments all across the world. And it ends it off by them saying, all right, let's initiate round 2. of the experiment. So you're thinking, all right, we're gonna get a second movie, but no, there's never been one. Maybe there'll be one in the future. Who knows? But Belko experiment, definitely say to check it out.
My question is, so Green Inferno, there's a dude jacking off. Cannibal Holocaust, there's countless rape scenes. What kind of like sexual scenes are in Belko?
Really none. There's a love connection between the guy who wants to do things that's right and with this one girl. There is this dude who wants to get really pervy and rapey towards his girlfriend, and she ends up axing his head to death. Like she.
Which one?
What does she axe him?
Goddamn. She finds a fire axe, and I guess he ends up on the floor somehow, and she just fucking kills the shit out of him, bashes his head in.
Why does he want to get rapey with his girlfriend?
No. Another guy wants to get rapey with his girlfriend.
Oh, I get it.
So there's no rape in the movie at all.
So,
thank God, finally a movie without rape.
So the reason I ask is, so I was watching this one movie, right? So like, this guy is like beating this girl up like horrifically, like almost to death, and like.
Oh, I've seen that one on Pornhub.
God damn it.
So dude's outside the window,
really
like just watching, and like he like the dude outside like knocks over a plant almost, and the guy that was like beating and like fucking that girl like goes to check, and like as he walks out, he like looks, no one's there, and then like the camera pans out, and there's just a bunch of jizz in the plant because this dude was just getting off to like the goriness of like how he was beating her.
What's this?
And
I like this segue, but I was definitely gonna get there because we have time.
Caesar guessed it. It's Ichi the Killer.
Oh, I thought you were talking about how you fertilize your plants in the front yard.
He's like, I take fertilizing very seriously.
I thought this was an instructional video you were getting here to.
Ichi the Killer.
So, as soon as
Ichi.
Juan is done with this match, where are you at, Juan, on the match?
One kill, one hook, one DC, so one player alive.
Yeah, all right. So as soon as he's done with this, we're going to go into a Survivor match, and that'll be the end of the episode. And we will also be finishing the episode with talking about Ichi the Killer.
What do you guys think of that, though? Like, Ichi was good. Like, honestly, like, throwback to Semenology.
Semenology. Dude, Caesar, if you only knew how often we bring up this Semenology book.
This is very true.
I know you went back to work for a while and you couldn't listen every week, but trust me, we talked about it almost every week.
Yeah.
So why miss a week? Semenology. Let's go, boys.
Josh
Who's
tried
drinks?
it. He said it wasn't that bad.
Little
I tried what
salty,
now?
I heard.
You tried Semenology, didn't you?
No, I tried Demonology.
Oh, fuck. I totally misunderstood that conversation.
I was jacking off, but it was part of a ritual.
I just thought you were a weird fuck.
Yeah, no, I'm that also. One does not, it's not mutually exclusive. So, Ichi the Killer, we'll get into it. I don't want to jump right into it too early because we do have to do the Survivor match, but we don't have any other choice. So, Ichi the Killer is a movie that, honestly, we're talking about gore. It's super gory. It absolutely fills in, but the sexual undertone of this movie is far greater than any of the movies that we've talked about so far. So Ichi is the only way that he feels arousal is through pain, and inflicting pain, not receiving pain, or both.
It. Yeah, he sees it. That's why, like, he was seeing that dude beat that girl, and he's like outside jerking it. There's even a scene where like that same girl that got beat, he goes to like, it's like a brothel in Japan, and like he sees her and like she's like, you're the only one here that gets off on like us being all beaten and shit, and like he has her explain like how she felt when she was getting beaten, and like when she says like she almost wanted to die, he's like almost like he's like chomping at the bit, like with a boner. You can like, you just already like understand it, and then like he asks her like, how do you feel about that guy? And like she's like, I wish he would die. And he like asks, do you want me to kill him for you? And she's like, yeah. And like when she responds, he just like grabs her, like she's all bruised up and shit, like with like her face is all swollen, and just like jams her on his penis to like start blowing him.
Oh,
he's
so he's a head pusher, huh?
To say the least, he's a head pusher. Why don't you talk to us before you get into this match about the other band of characters that we find in? It's not singularly, Jesus, about Ichi. Who are this other cast of characters that's going on?
So there's this one dude that has like a Chelsea grin, which he has his throat like
Chelsea smile.
Chelsea smile, sorry, and like it's just like slit from like ear to ear almost, and he has it like together with piercings, and he's like looking for Ichi because his boss is gone, and Ichi inevitably killed him. There's this guy that hypnotizes Ichi into like doing all this stuff, and there's just like a bunch of ads like in between really, but yeah, I mean the dude that with the Chelsea smile, like he pretty much like changed the Yakuza that he's with, and his form of like repayment is like grabbing his tongue, getting like a samurai sword and just cutting the tip of it off. Oh.
Yeah, so these guys are, everyone ends up on a collision course with each other. So part of the so this is, first of all, this is a Japanese movie. It's obviously, I mean, it's not American, but so a lot of the criticism, not from Japanese people because they understood that it was a piece of art, but from American people once it got over, was that, I mean, there is rape. There's parts where he talks about, there's a part where he has like an epiphany almost, talking about how women don't want it because they want it, and that part of it was like used as this giant campaign. But obviously it's supposed to be satire. Like, you're supposed to hear that and look at that and not think that, like, oh, this guy has it right. You're supposed to be like, what the fuck is wrong with this person? And eventually he is put in a position where he's ultimately helpless and is shown for what he truly is, which is, first of all, human, but second of all, weak. He ends up killing a kid. He ends up killing his brother. And so he has to constantly feed this addiction, this thing that fuels his arousal, and it leads to his demise. So he's not celebrated. It's not something that people are like, oh, like, look at Ichi. Like, I'm just like that guy. Like, no, he's punished, and he ultimately meets a pretty gruesome demise. But outside of the commentary, let's go ahead and get into the more brutal parts. For me, the most brutal death, well, the prostitute that loses the leg first is pretty brutal. Anyone that gets their throat slit in this movie, it's pretty fucked up.
Ooh, that fucking just like has a sharp ass blade and just destroys you, man.
So we were talking about the mechanics of this, like when you get your throat slit, it's usually pretty quick. That's not the case in this movie. Everyone that gets their throat slit bleeds out for at least a minute before they fucking die, and they're just spewing blood everywhere. It's honestly, it's incredibly entertaining. It's an incredibly entertaining movie.
You think he made those shoes, or he bought them?
That one guy made them for him. The one that hypnotizes him. Oh,
did he? I only remember bits and parts of the movie.
The guy that you eventually find out is super buff. Makes those boots for him with the blade, and he uses them to kill a prostitute and to kill his brother at the end of the movie.
It's the same guy who made Heelys, right?
He was like, if we can make a blade pop out of these shoes, we can also make some fucking skates pop out of these shoes. We'll sell them to people skating down Santa Monica Boulevard.
Achilles.
Jesus, tell him about the part that fucked you up.
Well, it would be the part where he didn't have Heelys on. I was expecting him to.
Oh my god.
So talking about Gore. And talking about some people, it makes them queasy. Some people can't. I told you guys earlier, fucking when it comes to brutality to fucking
genital mutilation.
Yeah, there you go. I can't do it. Also, I found out again, like the scratching. What was it, Ernie? Like a fucking metal scratching with like a long. What exactly that sound?
So like, there's
nails on a chalkboard.
Girl, like, well, it's because they get this girl's like nipples and they like plant them onto like a table. Like they stretch them out and plant them, and then it's like a metal table, and they just like slide a knife through it to slit her like nipples off, and that sound.
Yeah, I could do with the nipple slicing. I can't do with the sound. Oh, it fucked me up, dude.
I'm talking about the other part though, the hook part.
Oh yeah, that's some interesting stuff too. What is that called? When people like to fucking put themselves on hooks and like to hang from the ceiling and shit like that.
I don't know what it's called, but I know what you're talking about.
Like where they like just like their back, they just like hang like with hooks.
Yeah.
So they have this dude. Oh, go for it.
So they got this guy, and they have him all hooked up, and they're hanging him, and just the skin of this suspension. There you go. Yeah,
Caesar coming in with the fucking knowledge as always.
Because I think he's done it. That's why.
Well, let's not make assumptions, but I wouldn't put it past him. That motherfucker has lived a life. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I mean, go ahead,
they have him suspended, and it's just the skin of that pulling. It really got to me. I think the worst part is, it wasn't so much it fucked me up as much as the skin pulling, but they get grease, fucking boiling grease, and they just dump it all over this dude's back, and it fucking it was a nasty scene. What are your takes on that, Ernie?
It was fucking like the hook part was whatever. Like,
the hook part got me. I could do the grease.
I was like, okay, but then when he throws the hot grease on his back while he's suspending, that fucked me up because you could see his skin boiling.
So, Darrin, I know that we didn't talk about a movie specifically for you or that you brought up, but is there something that comes to mind that maybe you want to mention here at the end?
What, as far as what? Gore goes, or gory movies?
Yeah,
or
like a super gory movie that we haven't talked about, something that you enjoy specifically that you haven't talked about.
As far as like gore horror movie, then I mean I kind of already brought it up, but you know, Hostel was kind of like my introduction to like that like genre there, like. You know, and I love that movie because like it has like a great story behind it. You know, they're like these doctors are getting paid to like, or no, they're paying to chop up, you know, like tourists or like people just come in, like, you know, they're doctors that's supposed to help people, but you know, they're fucking crazy. Or like that one guy who's like, he asks the guy, he's like, should I go slow? Should I go fast? Should I shoot him? Should I just cut him up? Like the whole revenge theme in that movie. Like, I love that movie right there.
I tell my girl the same thing when we're having sex. You want me to go fast? You want me to go slow? Should I shoot it up in you? I'm just kidding.
We all know you only have 2 gears, Jesus.
But also like all the old Hellraiser movies. I don't know if y'all remember those. Those were
yes, dude.
Yeah.
The only reason I didn't talk about Hellraiser is because I want to do an episode on Hellraiser. I think we can fit it into a couple other things. Hellraiser's fucking awesome. And the reason we didn't talk about Hostel specifically is because we're gonna do torture porn at some point. We're gonna lump Hostel with Saw and other things of that nature that took over the fucking
Human
2000s.
Centipede.
Honestly, between Saw, Human Centipede, and Hostel, we could take up a whole episode just with their sequels and everything else.
Oh yeah,
and our reactions.
Oh god, yeah. I don't even know if we need to include Human Centipede in there. So if you want to follow along at home, and you want to watch some Twitch stuff, like you don't want to just watch one screen. So on our main screen is Jesus. Juan. Juan's on our main screen. And you can, of course, watch him play the Survivor match, but if you want to see Jesus' screen or Ernie's screen, you can go to twitch.tv /jaytexasmusic. That's Jesus, and Ernie is twitch.tv patreon.com/LilPoochieVert666. Both of those links are down in the comments. You can just click them instead of having to go through the whole rigmarole of typing them in and that kind of thing.
Before we
I timed this perfectly to last about an hour and 20 minutes, and we're getting there right now, so I'm gonna have to pee while you guys talk amongst yourselves.
Wait,
right,
before we start this match, let's take a shot before you go P2.
Oh boy! All right.
So we'll use that plug-in. We're talking about make sure you guys like, subscribe. As soon as we get to 1,000 subscribers, we will human centipede each other.
No, we will not.
That was not discussed. Jesus is making promises that his ass can't catch, literally.
Fucking Iceland is going ham right now. I only want to hear Jesus.
They're like, dude, this guy is fucking amazing. He just promised us a human centipede on air. We're not going to do that, but we will take this shot. We're going to go ahead and we're going to take this shot to Ichi the Killer. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Oh, boy. Cheers, everybody at home. Thank you for hanging out, and like Jesus said, and thank you for saying it instead of me, but I'm going to say it anyway. Like, subscribe, share, tell all your friends about us. We're here every fucking night. Nope, that's not true. We're here every Friday night. And we have been, when the bar's open, we were still here. When the bar's closed again, we were still here. As everything goes on and continues to happen, we will be here unless we are, unless told otherwise, but we don't see that happening.
We are human centipede each other.
In which
We'll
case,
still be there.
in which case we will still record it for your delight. I really gotta fucking pee now, though, so talk about yourselves.
But we will only hear me because I am at the front of the centipede.
So you guys should know, remember everybody, every one of our boys that gets out, shots, and yeah. Hi, Darrin.
Hey, what's up, man? What's going on?
How's the non-bartender life going for you?
Dude, I gotta tell you, it's pretty chill right now. Like, I'm not constantly worried about what's going on with the bar. It wasn't the bartending that was kicking my ass. It was the managing, dude. That sucks.
I thought it was the whole this person might have fucking COVID and is acting like a belligerent asshole.
Nah, usually because, well, I mean, I don't know if you ever visited me at International, but my ass was usually downstairs, so I stayed the fuck away from all that shit. And then if I did come up, I had my mask on, and then I was being a dick to customers that didn't have masks on. So
did you get people talking shit to you for not having it?
Well, no, I got people talking shit because, I would try to tell them, I try to enforce the mask thing, and they're just like, really? We gotta wear a mask, dude? And it's yeah, motherfucker, there's a virus going on, and they would fuck off and go to church bar or something.
Okay.
Oh my god. Well, I'm gonna die, guys.
Jesus is down.
Jesus already fucking down. What the fuck?
Fucking up, player.
I'm a little inebriated, not gonna lie, but come on, man.
Well, dude,
I'm going to the basement.
Dude, on Cincinnati, bro, it was a fucking free for all, bro.
Just FYI, this guy's pretty good.
Who is it?
It's the one that goes invisible.
Oh, the Wraith?
Yeah, and he's fucking, dude. He's coming up out of nowhere. He fucking got me to the basement quick as shit.
I'm just gonna let you die. I'm just kidding. Are you going for him, man?
Oh, Mr. Freeze says centipede him, bro.
Moo Freeze. That's my friend Jared.
Centipede me. Ooh, okay.
He's a crazy motherfucker. He is the guy that I talked about, the Green Inferno, but
So,
other than that,
he crazy, but
did not like Green Inferno.
Alright.
That was the only caveat is that he really didn't like that movie. But I didn't either. I did talk about it tonight. Did not enjoy it very much. What's up, Jared?
I mean, the only thing that the story didn't suck. I mean, it was okay.
Someone come for me.
He was chasing me and I lost him.
For you?
And
Ernie,
I'm
injured.
struggling now. I'm fucking struggling now.
I'm
Thanks.
on my way, you fuck.
Okay, they got me. And they're coming back.
Jared says, "Don't talk about Green Inferno. I'll pass out." Lol. Yeah, I told that story earlier.
Holy fuck, guys!
But that
the other
confirms
person's
that I was
dying
telling
in the
truth.
fucking.
You guys are getting murdered right now, or what?
We're getting wrecked.
Me and Juan are
And this
good.
this asshole didn't even want to fucking help me at all.
This asshole, like your teammates?
Yeah, my fucking teammates.
Me and Juan are straight.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
lost him. He chased me and I lost his ass.
I got that.
Hey, Jesus, you got
Oh,
hooked
there's
right
some,
in.
there's
You're
some
on
fucking
the floor.
salt going on right now.
Hey Juan,
Alright.
do you like how I'm healing you right now?
That
Who's
what?
fixing the generator? Oh, Juan's fixing the generator.
Me and Juan, you know, you're gonna go for it, Juan? All right, cool.
Yeah, fuck it.
I'll go for this generator right here.
Oh my fucking god! And I'm out of my thing. I'm dead.
That was your
dead.
fucking death hook.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
be
man.
on death hook because no one fucking came for me,
I'll come
and
with
I'm
you.
in the basement.
Oh shit. Sorry, I'm outies.
That's it.
Hey,
I'm dead.
Ernie, I
Being
have
the
a key
fucking
by the
killer.
way.
I bet. Let me finish this gen. I'm at the bottom,
Dead.
in the middle of the street. Take a shot, bitch.
Fucking dead.
Is that what happened while I was gone? You guys agreed to take shots if you're dead?
Well, I mean, he fucking played like a fucking chump. So I think he should
Yeah,
be
take
fucking
a
taking
shot because you
shot.
played like a chump.
If I had
You played
fucking
like a chump,
teammates
see?
to help me,
You were a regular fucking. I don't know. I couldn't-
Homie, you fucking, like, fell within the first, like, 10 seconds of the match.
I was left by myself with the killer.
Juan, what exactly are you doing? Is this
Healing.
a totem? You're putting your thing in your pants and.
No.
Self-healing.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
healing.
healing. I get it. She looked like she was diddling herself a little bit.
A little bit.
The other girl's gonna die already too.
He's like, I don't know how you've seen people do it.
I'm already gonna
But,
finish my third generator.
Will that unlock the?
third generator.
Will that give us the hatch if that person
Yeah,
dies?
well,
Cool.
I'm gonna
let's-
go from...
No.
I'm just gonna fucking... Holy shit. Hi, Mr. Ray. Hit me, buddy. Thank you.
At this
I'll
point, I
take
really
it.
hope you die.
Jared says, is that what they call it now?
Oh, fuck.
Self-healing. I mean, it can be healing, yes. If you're doing it right.
Oh shit!
Ooh, you're
Knocked your
down.
ass.
I hope you die.
Oh,
Oh, there it
wow.
comes. Nope. Yep. Done.
Yeah, so again, so Darren and I will have, when we do the Survivor game at the beginning, we'll have all three screens. Right now we're just looking at one, and what we're looking at one is that he is fucked.
Yep.
Shit, I'd say find that
How many
hatch.
hooks is this for you?
Oh, never mind. That's my first.
Now the question becomes, people, is anyone coming for him?
Ernie's down too.
Should I
Juan,
try and Kobe?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. I hope you guys both die
I'm too drunk, I couldn't fucking loop this guy.
for your selfishness.
Wait, don't fucking
Yeah,
die
I know.
though
I
after
know.
your...
I know.
No,
Because I got a Kobe.
die, both of you.
Damn.
I hope you don't get out. That's why
Jesus is particularly
Rita.
bitter right now.
And that's why you're
Damn.
gonna be at the end of the centipede.
That was the.
So like,
We got 4K. Fuck.
I was like, I can totally loop this guy, and then I was like, holy fuck, I'm kind of inebriated.
Well,
Damn, dude. End of the centipede. So what do we
Wait,
have here? Everyone died?
yeah, everyone died. I didn't see what ranking he
Jesus
was.
Christ.
He was a level
was-
1.
He was level 1. He fucked
Okay,
us.
that makes sense.
All
Level
right.
1, guys. For you
Just took
guys
a shot.
haven't picked up, level 1 is the highest ranking you could get in this game. So
Yeah,
So
so,
he
that motherfucker
ran-
knew.
He ran Nurses Calling, Pop Goes the Weasel, Whispers, fuck this guy, he's a fucking tryhard.
not like the young
hater, bro.
go-hards out there. So
all right.
here we go, transitioning into our end of the show, as well as talking about next week. we may stop talking to you about next week because we're going to do this thing where we haven't decided yet, but we might do this thing where we're going to try to have people guess what we're going to talk about by putting cryptic codes into pictures, and we're trying to figure it out. But we do, since we already fucking advertised the next week anyway.
Don't say it.
Jared says, laugh my ass off. Movie titled The End of the Centipede. That should be the last human centipede ever made. It should just be called The End of the Centipede.
Bum, bum, bum.
And it's just someone just taking all that shit in their mouth. But we've already advertised that next week is going to be something very near and dear to my heart.
And that's it. That's all you gotta say.
No, we already
Human
told them.
centipede.
No, they might not remember. It's okay.
Just say it, bro.
We're talking about aliens. I really wanted to say it. I've been thinking about it the whole episode. So we're talking about aliens.
Don't say it, Jesus.
What?
I'm like, don't say it, Jesus. Don't be a smart ass.
We are. We're gonna be talking about. No,
The movie
I know what you're
E.T.
saying. I will for sure be talking about the fourth kind. Jesus Christ. I will for sure be talking about the fourth kind. That's all I'm going to say. We will be talking about aliens. We're going to be talking about alien movies, alien encounters. It's going to be our first of many alien episodes. If it was up to me, I'd have a whole separate show just so we could talk about aliens. It's not up to me, and I don't have a separate show. So we're going to have other alien episodes, but this one for sure will be about aliens.
Before we end this gore segment, I just wanted to ask, did y'all think that the Passion of the Christ was gory?
Yes, very gory.
Nah, not really.
Okay.
It was pretty gory.
Before we end this segment, did y'all know that Frank Gore ran for 599 yards in the 2019 season with the Buffalo Bills?
Frank Gore is a fucking beast, okay?
Frank Gore is a future Hall of Famer. There's no doubt. Can we please have a whole episode called Gore Fest, but it's just about Frank Gore?
Can we have an episode about this?
First of all, I love the injection of the song, which I did last week with Lady Gaga. But absolutely, we can talk about the Men in Black, both the movies and the real Men in Black, if we want to say the word real.
How dare you, Juan, play Men in Black? All I want to hear is "Ya Ya Ding Dong." All right.
Get jiggy with it.
They're not sponsoring us, but I'd love for you all to watch Eurovision. So if you get a chance, watch Eurovision. The story of what are they called? Fire
Saga.
Fire Saga. The story of Fire Saga. But next week, aliens. We've got all sorts of what? What did you say, Darren?
You fucking heard me, bro.
No, you don't like Will Ferrell. We've been over this.
No. I love Will Ferrell. That's a trash ass movie.
Oh.
We'll talk about this later. Talk about this later. Not right now.
Yeah. No, it's a great movie. It's a great movie.
No, it's trash. It's fucking trash.
Let's end the podcast now.
So next week, we've got aliens. Thanks for fucking hanging out. Please like, subscribe, tell your friends. We're here every Friday, 10 p.m. Mountain Time. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. Jared, Oryx, Caesar, Luis and Megan, everybody that's watching. Freddie, I'm sure you're out there somewhere. We appreciate you all.
Shout out to Roy.
Ding dong. Roy, shout out to you from
yeah,
Jesus.
my nigga. My dude.
Really? We got the whole episode and you say it? Alright. So everybody say bye and then I'll sign off.
Bye.
Laters, y'all.
Laters.
I just want to hear "Ya Ya Ding Dong."
Good night, everybody, and
Fuck the free
ya
world.
ding dong. 313.